Hey buddy, old pal, this is CF Lieu again. Today I want to talk about leverage. Leverage, you might have known this already if you are quite an intermediate or above kind of level investor. Okay, it is about other people's money. Okay, property investor do this all the time. You borrow money, invest in a property. 10% of the money you fork out, but 90% is actually bank's money. So leverage, meaning that in other analogy, when it comes to stock investing and all that, you borrow money from banks or from your broker at 4% per year, for example. Okay, so 4% interest on your capital borrow from the banks or your broker, and then you invest that and you get 10% a year of return. So over that same period of time, your net profit is actually 6%. And this is assuming that you do not fork any capital of your own. Now, the danger of leverage is that if you borrow at 4% per year of interest from your broker or from your bank when it comes to investment or stock investment especially, a lot of people only look at what if I profit, then my net profit would be after deducting the interest I have to pay back to the banks and things like that. But you have to consider that what if you suffer a loss, let's say a 50% loss, overnight drop in your value. You not only suffer a loss of 50%, you are actually suffering probably many more or at least twice of that, because at that particular time, you will suffer a margin call, meaning that your lender actually asks you to pay back all capital that you are borrowing at that point of time, because you already suffer a loss. And how are you going to get the money? Okay, how are you going to get the money if you already suffer a loss, if you don't have a backup funds? Okay, so it is a double whammy. So in Malay, it's just say that it's a suta jatuh di timba tangga. Okay, now, but what is better than leverage? And it's called flood. Okay, flood, terapung. Well, what is flood? Now, flood, we have to take an example by this company, Berkshire Hathaway. This is a company by the top 3 billionaire in the world, Warren Buffett. Okay, so what essentially it means that Berkshire Hathaway on the core itself is an insurance company. Now, it makes a huge portion of its insurance operation is that it collects premium, okay, from policyholder. They pay a premium like what we are paying the insurance, and we pay a premium every month, but we don't claim every month, right? So have you ever wondered when you pay a premium to an insurance company, where does the money go? Now, a company, any insurance company or Berkshire Hathaway, at the core of its insurance operation is they are legally entitled to keep the money in a pool, which we call as an insurance flood. It's a reserve pool that is ever ready to make payout for whoever that claims from this pool. Now, the powerful thing about this is that they are legally entitled to use this money, to use your money that is under the custody, okay, under their custody, to invest and generate more returns from this insurance pool reserve. Okay, and that is why insurance business is so profitable, because they are really using other people's money. Okay, banks to a certain extent, when they collect your money in fixed deposit, it's the same analogy. Okay, they collect now your money in your saving or fixed deposit account, and then because they guarantee you 3% per year of interest payout, as long as they make more than 3%, let's say they make 7%, the 4% is actually net profit for the banks, because they make this money, they don't have to even to fork out the capital, because they're strictly and using other people's money just in a plain daylight, okay, legally entitled to, okay, and that is why it's a huge contributor to Berkshire Hathaway's success. Now, which is why also you can't really duplicate that kind of result when it comes to investing compared to Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett itself. Now, when an insurance company is actually operating as an underwriting loss, meaning that the premium that they collect, okay, is less than the eventual payout they are going to pay out to any claim by the policyholders. Now, what is this, again, so powerful is that if they even at a loss, let's say they only lost a 4% of every year, or on that particular, they only lose about 4% of their reserve payout. It is almost similar to they are borrowing a 4% loan, a loan with 4% interest from policyholders to generate a 10% return, regardless if they are operating at underwriting loss, because it doesn't matter, because at that period of time that you're able to generate 10%, and then their net profit will be 6%. Even though, again, I stress this again, even though they are operating at underwriting loss, and that is why insurance operation is so powerful, and there is no margin call like what you borrow from your brokerage or bank. There's none, no margin call at all, really none. Okay, who are we as a policyholder to ask insurance company to get back our money, except that when we surrender a policy? Now, before I wrap this video, let's look at the scenario where they are operating at the underwriting profit. Okay, what it means is that imagine if the premium collected by the insurance company, okay, the total premium collected for that year is actually more than what is paid out to the claims, all the claims and all that. And that is so powerful because they are actually operating underwriting profit, which means that in another analogy for simplicity, the insurance company are being paid a 4% or 5%, depending on their profit, right? A 4% or 5%, they just hold on the money. And at this moment, they can actually use the money to generate more return, okay? And because they are being paid, because they are operating at underwriting profit, because they are being paid as if they are being paid 4% interest, it is equivalent to a net profit of 14% a year. So what kind of business model, what kind is more profitable than this kind of business model? Okay, insurance company, okay, which is more, flood shows you that flood is more powerful than leverage itself. Now, if you like this video, find this video very enlightening, now do subscribe to my YouTube channel or to my website above. The links will be above or below this video. So, I'll talk to you soon in the next video. Take care.